Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3. In front of you is the site of the desert, as it is currently controlled. The Tomb Kings, pushing across the mountain, have been able to maintain a good portion of their land, though Cetra has been weakened. To the far west, forces from Bretonnia and the Empire still hold sway in these lands, with intermittent dwarven settlements reinforcing them. Further to the south, a combination of Sigmarites and the Changer himself, Tzeentch and Kairos. It's a tricky looking situation. But those are the primary borders. We do have one small thing that we want to take care of, which is the siege of Karagurbrud. I'm going to see if we can beat them here. Well, I mean, I don't think if I played this with the Legendary Lord, we would be able to win. So we are going to take the nice auto-resolve there. Lose a bit of the garrison, but completely defeat Malagor the Dark Omen once more. And put some of that money into our coffers. Something that did happen, as we rolled over the turn, was that Telaqua has decided they no longer wish to have a military access agreement with us. So, now I have the choice. Do I try and bribe them into becoming more friendly with us? Or do I accept that war with the lizards is inevitable? I'm going to have to think about that for a while, because I personally think war is inevitable, and that we will have to do something to secure these lands. But whether or not it's worth paying them to secure our borders to the south while we deal with this portion of land up here and start reclaiming this desert is a matter for debate, I think. But we'll get to that when we get to it. For now, I think we need to start solidifying the desert. So, Réponse de Lyonesse has brought her army and her trebuchets into the desert. And I think it's about time that Khalida... Wait, Khalida really can't make that? Is there a river in the way? Oh my god, really? Okay, well, I guess we'll adopt channeling. It's kind of risky though, because we could end up against two forces. Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna march back to the city with our tail between our legs. We're gonna move Rakash up here to hold on to Khemri, which is what Réponse seems to be targeting. And we'll keep Jenna... Oh, rather, we'll move Jenna from Kasaba, because there are no armies we can see in range. Actually... No, we won't move Jenna. He's recruiting. That's why. And I don't think they can get there anyway. We'll move Rakash back from Khemri to the Springs of Eternal Life if we need to. So, with that defeated, in two turns, this army will be able to start marching back. And with the research that I queued up just before we started the recording, we will be able to have a secondary lord. Actually, I am going to quickly change which lord we're researching this turn, because this one is for Ushabti and this one is for Skeleton Chariots. We'll get them both. It's just that I would rather have the one that was good with Ushabti first. I didn't realise there were two we could get when I was having a brief look trying to recap between episodes. Now, Karak Zorn is in a position where we can upgrade it, so let's keep getting the growth and the public order. Actually, we'll do... This has a trading thing, and we do need the trade buildings for our mortuary cults. Like, for instance, if we wanted the Venom Knights of Asaph, we would have to get the exotic animals, and that is a city with exotic animals. So, yeah, I dare say we're in a somewhat decent position, so we'll do that. Over here we have more global recruitment, I believe, going down. Yep. And that is why this is taking so long. But that's alright. I really wanted to reinforce Tekosha here because of the proximity to potential enemies in the future. It looks like it's going to be a fairly defensive turn. I really don't think I can do much better than this. So while we posture and try and get a better position in the desert, I think we're just going to have to roll a turn, maybe two, and see where we end up. Okay, at the start of this new turn, we can start a new army. Oh no, we can't. We have the Lord, but we can't start a new army. That is interesting. Oh, we need a new dynasty, right. Well, I guess Wisdom of the First Dynasty at this point is probably the way to go. I really thought we'd be able to get a new army going, but I guess I was wrong about that. We have one turn till the Hydra Titans under King Futep are back. That costly battle a few turns ago really is delaying us over here.
Address me as your highness.
Scarbrand has a full army. Rapons is potentially moving to deal with him. Black Pyramid of Nagash does not have the best defenses, so I am a little bit worried that if I leave it, Gundir Ek or Rapons to Lyonesse will come and deal with it. But I see that the Black Tower of Aachen is undefended, and I think that it's time that the Black Tower of Aachen fell to Tomb King control. Now, let's take a look. That is one hell of a beastly garrison. But I do think that we will be able to manage it. So, let's get boots on the ground and see about taking this city away from the Cult of Sigmar. Welcome to the battle for the Tower of Aachen. Over here on the left-hand side, I have deployed 2 units of Sepulchral Stalkers and some Necropolis Knights. The hope here is to abuse the situation, the terrain situation of the settlement. And that if they bring any defenders round here, they are then going to have to come all the way up and around this Scorpion, down the hill, to this side of the battlefield. Unless they're going to sally out, but the AI, I don't think I've ever seen sally out of a settlement to take a shortcut. So, I'm kind of banking on that not happening. Over here on the right-hand side, we have the Tomb Scorpions ready to assail the gates. The Necrosphinx and the infantry lines here behind them. Our artillery at the back and Queen Khalida ready to go in. So the plan, because we're out of tower range, is to bust down the gates and then see where we can go from there. They do have good quality infantry. I'm hoping that if we can get some people up on the walls, we might be able to deal with that, but we'll just have to see. So let's see what their deployment is, and we'll adjust as we go. Just going to quickly hide the unit information tab. Alright, we can see that the vast majority of their range is on these walls, and they have begun to focus out the tomb. Wait, am I in range? Oh, good lord, I am. Okay, new target. Please destroy these very, very good city towers, I guess. I wasn't expecting that. I thought we'd be nicely out of range over here. But that's okay. We adapt. Now, there are some units over here, but it looks like they were pretty smart and kept a lot of stuff out. So I'm actually going to attack from this angle, I think. I'm going to send my units round to try and back cap. I'm going to send Khalida up here to start getting some hit point res back. We have our Necrotects in range. So at this point, I think that our constructs should begin entering the city. Once that tower is down, I'm going to get the artillery to stop focusing it. Actually, I suppose I should do that now, right? Because they've moved away from it, yeah. Things I am worried about. Black powder units and ranged units. Those are at the top of my concerns list right now. Because they're what can stop me, you know, making headway, I guess. They can really start gutting my forces. Let's get some of these archers up on the walls, because they'll be able to do better from up there than down here. At least that is the hope. Alright, we are going to send the Necrotect and the Tomb Scorpion here into that big bunch, backed up by Khalida. Put one more Tomb Scorpion from the flank here into those archers that the artillery are breaking down, and we are going to Legions of Asap everything in this corridor. Well, that could have been a bit more effective, but it worked out pretty well, I think. Now that multiple things are engaged on him, we are going to order a sandstorm down on the large model there. Still forcing our infantry through here. Honestly, I thought this might be a little bit more dangerous, but it looks like it's going... Oh, there's the sandstorm. Holy crap. Let me quickly drop a heal on the Necrosphinx, and then we'll try and get a good look at that. I mean, ideally it would turn around right now rather than keep going, but I think sadly it has done its work and is going to continue traveling away. Khalida right now is in the middle. Let's get her to drop the hit points, restore, the Helm of Discord, and a Venom Wave. Oh, look at that. Gibs flying everywhere. Giblets flying everywhere. Okay, now that we are into the settlement, let's start deploying our infantry in a line over here. I'm not sure what the Tomb Scorpions are doing. Stopped fighting. I guess I got momentarily distracted. And they were just like, no. We'll send the Necrotect in here so we have one there. And we'll send the other one with the Tomb Scorpions so that we have one with him. I completely forgot about this flank. Have they busted the door? Oh, the Knights are so bad at busting the door. Let's just abandon this flank for now. It's really not doing anything for us. That was funny. Get the Lich Priest further into the city, and we could if we wanted to, and I think I do. Just put a basic Sandstorm down here. There's no need for the really, like, high-quality one. I think we'll do just fine as is. Let's just put that just in front of those great swords there. Do some damage to them. The Skull Storm is going down, and Khalida and the Necrosphinx honestly should just be able to mop this up. Sadly, that Skull Storm kind of landed and then, for want of a better term, pissed off in a direction that was unhelpful. Let's quickly drop another heal there onto them. And at this point, I'm really just pushing the infantry line forwards. Wait, are they crumbling for real? Oh my god. Critical binding, but not crumbling, huh? Alright, we can live with that. At this point, the fight is basically won. I'm just getting the infantry to keep advancing here, and then we're going to charge them into the few remaining groups of resistance. Oh, my Necrotect is taking quite a lot of damage. Let's get him out of there. It is the fairly risky part about fighting so much damn ranged, is that you can very easily end up in a position where you lose a hero. And that's a bit scary to me. I really would rather not lose a hero, but if it happens, it happens. I'm going to order the Necrosphinx now to go... Oh, crap, I didn't mean to hit that. To go all the way through. I'm going to top it up. Actually, no, I'm going to get the Necrotect to go and heal the Tomb Scorpion. Khalida over here with some damage resistance is just going to shut those archers down while the infantry comes up with her. And with the last legions of Asaph going down on those dwarven warriors, I think the battle... I mean, it should be over, right? Like, I don't think it will surprise anyone if I say that, you know, this battle should probably be over at this point. Let's stop the artillery firing, because I think it's just doing more friendly fire than not right now. And keep the push going through here. Oh, those were some nasty mortar shots. But, there we have it. That's the mass rout. Okay. Yeah. Not bad. After some of the shambles of the last few episodes, I'm pretty happy with how that battle went. Definitely could have microed things a bit better. But, that's by the by. I'll see you all on the campaign map. Alright, we got another level. That's nice. Let's occupy this city for the Canopic Jars. We've got some extra leadership when fighting armies of men. That'll be very useful for us. And at this point, it looks like it's really only Antok that isn't in our direct path for the Cult of Sigmar. But we might be able to get King Jenna when he's done recruiting to go and deal with that. We have one more turn of recruitment over here. Which garrisoned lord has not moved? Rakash. Can Rakash get to anyone, though? Because I don't want to leave Khemri to... Well, actually, Khemri's pretty strong. Okay, we'll just quickly skill him up with the Purple Sun, or whatever it's called. Now, can we get to him? I don't think we can we? I would like to take Numas, if at all possible. No, we can't get to Numas, and we can't get to him. This one's tricky. My dilemma here is, do I want to push to the south and try and secure Bagar and Antok, or do I want to keep pushing this way? Because I'm going to need Futep back, I think, to successfully push any direction. The Lyonesse is just below our builders, but the best case scenario is that the Lyonesse and her armies break on Skarbrand. Because at this point, if we can get to the Tower of the Pools of Despair in El Kalabad, if we then send Jenna or Rakash down, we can wipe out the Sons of Sigmar and Volkmar the Grim, and that's one less enemy to worry about. And then at that point, it's all about taking out Raponce. Well, I'll mull it over. Let's give the Black Tower of Arcan its walls. I already did that. Okay, that's good. And then let's give it some... I guess we'll give it some... Actually, no. I was going to give it some Tomb Scorpion, but we're recruiting an Ushabti-based lord, so we'll give it to him instead. Alright, let's end the turn.
Address me as your highness.
Well, an interesting development.
Yes, you disobey.
Tzeentch has completely disabled our movement. Yeah, we've been halted, so I guess we'll spend this skill point into Mortuary Cultist, and I'll see you all next turn. With our movement back, Futep's recruitment has finished, and he is going to begin marching his way back into the desert, where he can start doing things like attacking Agul Migdal, or just coming over to this front to help us out with Rakash. Volkmar the Grim has appeared again, and I think, is he slightly beyond my movement, or is he in it? It looks like he's in it. So I think we're going to have Rakash go and stomp out Volkmar the Grim.
Destroy all.
Who, of course, then ran away.
Defend your king.
Wonderful. Which leaves Khemri slightly undefended, but there aren't any immediate threats there. So,
I will not do as you ask.
I think the plan now is to strike forward with Khalida at the armies around Zandri
My lady will not allow it.
and attempt to defeat. I forgot the name. And attempt to defeat Raponce's faction here, the Chevalier de Lyonesse. In order to help with some of this, I think what we're going to do is we are going to perform the Great Incantation of Kassar. Meaning that any enemies that dare enter our territory start taking attrition. That should help us claim some territory and hold on to it. And then I think the question is, do I march Khalida out to meet them, or do I hop to the pools of despair first?
Come then.
The Black Tower of Arkan needs defending for a few more turns, but I don't feel like we can wait. I'm going to attack the pools of despair. This should be a nice, easy, decisive victory, so we're going to take it. And we're going to raise it to the ground, but you'll see why next turn, if you haven't already guessed.
Libaris shall rise again.
That takes up most of our movement there. So we just need to check in on our recruitment. In Tikosha, we are 4 turns away, but he has an army now, including a couple of Necrosphinxes, which is very nice. He is training up some more Necropolis Knights. He has a good, strong army. Jenna now is getting the bulk of the extra recruitment at this point. So he is going to have this army up and running in 6 turns. But for now, he's just holding on to our territory, which is what I need him to do. With Futep on the march, he will be able to start reinforcing some of our pushes, and I think I'm going to have him come and take out Tzeentch and Volkmar here in the south and move Rakash further north. Because Settra has taken this land around us now, so we have a bit of a buffer defending some of our stuff from the north. Taking a quick look at King Jenna, we're going to give him Sun-Scorched Bones just in case he starts fighting, because he's a predominantly infantry army. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Alright, welcome back. It looks like the Bretonnians have made a crucial mistake. One of their ladies with an army here that is quite impressive has marched out against Queen Khalida and found itself not only taking damage but in no man's land, away from reinforcements and home. So Queen Khalida is going to go have a word with them about why they shouldn't be taking the fight to the Tomb Kings in the desert. I don't think they'll be in reinforcement range there. So we have caught them out. What does this army has? It has a crap ton of catapults. It has some Royal Pegasus Knights. It does actually look like a pretty tough army in general. But I think we'll fight it. It looks like it could be fun. It says decisive, probably because of the Lord difference, but... Okay, the enemy stands arrayed before us, and what do they have? Well, they have a fuck ton of artillery, and these are the blessed ones. At least some of them, so they're not going to hit their own troops. That means that we have a lot of shutting down of artillery to do. I've spread us out, so hopefully we won't take too much damage. But we are going to have to be fast, we are going to have to march onto them, so let's see how this goes. Gonna see if I can destroy some of these artillery pieces here. Ah, it doesn't look like it. Probably a waste. Wanted to give it a go, though. Let's put some incantation of protection down here. I really would rather not lose some of the experience on these units, but I don't know if I'm going to have a choice. I'm microing kind of badly right now. Let's get these in here, along with the Necrotect. And let's get Khalida into the back as well. She's quite fast on that serpent of hers. Over at the front, we're going to try and get our lances into a good position with our Necrotects just kind of reinforcing. I'm going to try and pull this Necrotect out, however. Looks like our Lich Priest is getting charged, which is kind of unfortunate, but I don't know if there's much we can do about it. We're going to drop an Ursu's Incantation of Vengeance on the Pegasus Knights here. They should take decent damage from it. It's meant for that style of unit. And we'll use the Incantation of... Actually, we can't use the Incantation of Desiccation. Sad. I was kind of hoping we'd be able to. Alright, let's get these forces back in. Let's turn some of these archers here to help out the Lich Priest, because that's a paladin, and the Lich Priest, you know, it's quite fair that... Oh no, it's not the Lich Priest, he's on the casket. That's alright then. Let's use the Desiccation on him in that area and begin to snipe him down a little bit. I mean, I can get a Casket of Souls back, I'd just really rather not have to go through leveling up another one, you know? We are shutting the artillery crews down now, though, so the vast proportion, the dangerous proportion of their army, the biggest challenge that we have in fighting it, is disappearing quite quickly. I could really use losing a few more forces just scattered, so that I forgot about me sepulchral stalkers. Look at me being a complete douche. There we go. We'll heal them up. We might lose some archers here, I don't know. Hopefully we won't. I'd really rather not lose the casket, but there you go. Let's give these archers a melee buff, why not? It'll proc some army-wide healing for us. And with that, it looks like we have managed to successfully mop up the enemy. We don't need to chase them down here because we did that on the campaign map. Nothing is getting out of here alive.
Send them away.
With that army defeated and a good portion of the Lionesse's power taken from her, we are now going to retreat temporarily. And I am going to force march to do so, I think. Then we're going to go and spend some points. Do I want Renown and Feared? I guess so. We can take that extra point in minus attrition damage. I don't mind that. And then what do we have over here? Rakash is garrisoned in this settlement. He is watching that. The Black Pyramid is definitely something that Reponse might go for, but honestly, I don't know if we'd need much of a skeleton garrison to defeat that very heavily attritioned force. I think the auto-resolve might give that to us. With that being done and Jenna still recruiting, there isn't a lot more still to do here, but we do need to watch this army here. So Futep is going to continue to come down to the south. Yeah, I think that's it, really. I think that was a very quick turn. Short, snappy, decisive. And that's where we're going to call this episode. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I appreciate your time. If you did enjoy the video, please do hit that like button. It helps the channel a lot. And I'll see you all sometime soon. Bye-bye.